The subject of my speech today is a man who is dear to my heart. His name is Jeff Harness. He was my scoutmaster when I was in Boy Scouts and is now an assistant scoutmaster in the troop as well. He has always helped shape the man that I became by showing me compassion and encouragement. When I first joined his troop, my spirits were broken. I had spent a year and a half in a troop where bullying was normal. I had decided to try one more troop before giving up on scouts. Luckily for me, I found Jeff and his group gave me a try. He saw something in that broken 11-year-old boy and took me under his wing. One memory that I really stand out to me was a camping trip that is called Wilderness Survival. The point of this trip was to help teach the boys how to be more independent and to watch with the leaders to take control. On my first Wilderness Survival, I did not properly store my food, and so my hamburger meat was spoiled by dinner time. In my old troop, not only would I have gone hungry, but I would have been picked on for it too. Not with Jeff's troop though. He pulled me aside, and when I was upset, he told me not to worry about it. Things happen in life and you forget sometimes, so just need to know what to do for the next situation and to help make the best of it. He then brought me over with the rest of the adults and they shared the dinner that they had made with me. That helped me out so much because the next year when I went, I took those lessons to heart. I made a fantastic meal with my partner and I built one of the best shelters made. Eventually, I was able to see a younger scout who was struggling and help them in similar ways that Jeff had helped me. Another example also is from a camp out. This trip was a 1 week long summer camp trip. After setting up camp on our very first night, storms started to roll in and the weather had gotten pretty bad that we were all rounded up and was taken to the emergency shelters. Not once, but twice. Now, I was at that age where I was still scared of storms, especially when I was in a tent. But Jeff saw that and he gave me some advice to get through it. And to this day, I am no longer afraid of storms and have helped out several other scouts with the same issues as well. Jeff has also helped me outside of scouts. He is one of my go-to people when I'm dealing with personal issues. He may give me advice and may just be an ear to listen to. Because of Jeff, the 11-year-old boy who's going to quit Boy Scouts is now an Eagle Scout and an assistant scoutmaster in the troop that was showing me the good leadership skills. His encouragement and belief in me made me motivated on my way to the path of Eagle. If I had felt like giving up, Jeff would have been usually be able to give me a reason to keep going. Sometimes the reason was as simple as you're so close and that keep going and that it'll help out in the long run. Other times it was more profound, more along the lines of once you're finished with this, it's the most important thing that you're doing at your age now and will help you out in the future. I have been able to take many of his lessons from scouting and apply them to my everyday life. I very often think about the wilderness survival experience and not only make sure my food is properly stored, but I also try to make the best of the bad situations and to make things work. And when I start to get discouraged, I take a step back and rethink my options. I try to remember that there are usually more than one way to solve any problem. So for these reasons and so many more not listed, I want to thank and acknowledge Jeff Harness.